Hi, the reason we were learning the exception handling previously is because we are going to do the file I/O already. So file I/O has the tendency of returning or throwing an exception when something goes wrong. For example, file does not exist. For example, our stream breaks for some reason and so on. So this is the place where we have to implement the try-catch mechanism. Well, let's see. In Java, there are many ways of file I/O. So for example, if you want to write to a text file, then you have several approaches that you can choose from. When you search for the internet, you might come across different implementations, different techniques, different class being used. So I would recommend you to only choose one way. There's your own way and you remember it. Every time you want to do the file, for example, file input, you remember one way, file output, you remember another way. So for all the cases where you have to deal with a text file, you will always use the same approach. So it will ensure that you will not be confused by mixing up different ways together accidentally and so on. So in this case, I'm going to use the simplest approach that I actually use for text file output. So the things we are going to use is called print writer. So I call it PW equals to new print writer. And print writer is something like a scanner. Like we initialize a scanner, we also do the same thing. But inside here, we need to not put the system.in, but new. So you have to remember this. Yeah, this is like file output stream. So and here I will put the file name. So for example, like random like text.txt. So there are some errors here because I need to import the functions that I use. So I will use shift alternate O. Yeah. So these are the libraries that I need. So now we have the print writer. Inside I have an output stream which will connect to the text file that we are writing. So I'm going to use print line. As you can see, yeah, it's really convenient for the print writer as we can use the same function name as the standard I/O, which we have been using, system.out.println. So here is pw.println. Then I will try to print something here. And after I print it, remember for file I/O you need to close the stream after you use it. Let's try we don't do anything about it. Okay. Clear this. Yeah. See if it works or not. Okay. Java main. Yeah. Text is formed, but there is nothing inside. Although the file is being created, but there is nothing inside. It means something actually goes wrong when we want to write the something here. Let's see if we close it, then whether the result will be shown or not. Go to text. Yes, now something is here. What is the reason? The reason is because after we write something, we need to save it and close it. So this one will ensure that we actually save the things that we are printing. So what you can imagine is normally when you are using a notepad, so let's say if you are opening a notepad is just a UI for me to edit something, to add something on it, right? So let's say this line pw.println is actually printing something here, but it is only printing but not yet save the stuff to the text file. So this is the reason why if we don't close it, it will actually dispose every changes that we have made to the text file. So remember to close it after using. And you can also try printing and other things after you close the stream and see if anything bad happens. So nothing happens, but it only prints something here. It means after the stream has been closed, you actually will not able to print anything already to the text file. So let's see like this. Yeah, even though you want to close it again, but you still cannot write the print line to the file. What if, let's say I don't want to print the thing yet, I just want to save it, I don't want to close it yet. Yeah, so now you can use another keyword which is not closing it yet. I call it as flush. So flushing is like the water closet that you have been using in the toilet. Yeah, you flush it, then the water goes in. Everything that you have written will be saved to the file first, and the stream is still open, it's still connected. So the connection between you and the text file is still there, just that you save the changes you have made to the text file already. So this is called flush. Then after the program ends, only you use the close. This is actually optional in this case. You might not able to see the use case here clearly. This is, yeah, 8 seconds. Save for 2 seconds. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, something GG. Okay, something flush. Turtle sleep will wait for like 2 seconds. Let's say I wait for a longer time, 5 seconds, and then only print GG and close. Then you can see the usage of this flush. So I will try again. You print something and wait for 5 seconds. 5. Then it will print GG. Then it will close the stream. So this is the difference between when we use a flush and we don't use a flush. Let's say I don't want to use a flush. As you can see, you will print nothing first. Then after you 5 seconds, then you close the stream, then only it will write everything to the file. So it depends on the use case that you want to achieve. So normally if you want the changes to be straight away applied to the text file, you will use a flush. Then at the end you will use a close to ensure that the stream is closed and safe. So yes, that is text file write. So as you mentioned just now, whatever times we are running this program, right, we will actually overwrite everything in the original file, then print our own things here. So this is writing a text file by overwriting the original content. So be careful when you are using this, because you will not preserve the previous state of the text file. Yeah. So that's it for file write. See ya.